Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Bryce's Nicest. It's your boy Bryce, your host, the one and only, here on Multiplicity Media Network. Shout out to the guys on the team. As always, a shout out to Multiplicity Media. Y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe there. And let's get into it, man. We had a good week of basketball this past week with many things going on. Maybe some new rivalries brewing. Okay. We had a big game this past Saturday between Duke and Michigan. Duke taking the win there in DC, maybe the future home of Cam Boozer. I don't know, but nonetheless, great game for sure. Um, Hold on, just tweeting the link out. All right, so yeah, um, and let's talk about it. Cam Boozer had a great game, really poised, and he's really showing game by game that he's ready for the league. He has what it takes. He is already in that pro ready kind of flow. Um, don't like the way he controls the ball, the way he moves throughout the game. Um, you see his skills could translate to the major stage, big level major leagues, however you want to describe it. But very impressive game from Duke defensively, really defensive masterclass. I mean, John Shire is built on defense, so yeah, the Shire era has been fun for Duke and Duke fans. Um, need to need a ring to be a result as one of these seasons, but shout out to John Shire and the boys at Duke. Elliot Cadell still is playing bad against Duke. Um, but yeah, big game. I'm glad they were able to rise to the occasion. Caleb Foster, hell of a player. Isaiah Evans, hell of a player. They definitely showed up, showed out, and they continue to show why they're as dominant as they are, and now they're the number one team in the nation. So shout out to Duke, big one, taking down number one to become number one, and we'll see if they can carry this on for the rest of this. I'm about to say the school year. See if they can carry this on for the rest of the season. Darren Peterson plays a full game, but Kansas lost. So I've seen that Kansas has been a better team without him on the floor. And the case of Darren Peterson just been interesting throughout this whole college basketball season. Okay, I mean you have a guy who's a top three prospect in this draft, and when he plays, it's one of the best basketball one can watch. I mean the kid is gifted. Kid is a great scorer, another pro ready kind of guy. Um, but cramping issues or just how his team operates really. Like I get it. Paolo had cramps when he was at Duke. You have odd cases where the number one pick or a top prospect doesn't play a lot. Like I remember James Wiseman didn't play much at Memphis due to his eligibility. Remember Kyrie only played 11 games at Duke, but his was injury related. And there's videos of him rehabbing and trying to get back onto the floor. He did come back to play in March Madness, which they fell short. But I've never seen in my many years of watching basketball somebody load manage their way through college for a freshman season. It's kind of fishy. Okay. I mean, hey, we see the product, right? We see the potential. Okay. One of the best wings in this draft class. I can't crown him as the best wing in this draft class based on the fact that he's not always available or he's available when he wants to be available, right? You can see it's starting to be some disconnect between him and Bill Self, and it's not a good sign. So if I'm an NBA GM, it's kind of a red flag in my opinion. I don't know. It's weird. Odd case. But then you have someone like Asia DeBansa, who says he'll play all 40 minutes if he needs to. Just saying. Just saying. AJ Benson has been playing well despite the losses that BYU has suffered over the past couple of weeks. They lost last night to UCF, which was kind of surprising at the crib, might I add. Um, but looking forward to see how the rest of the season plays out for him. Probably won't see much of BYU in the tournament. Think they're ranked 18 at the moment. Let me use our resources. Let's see. BYU. They're ranked 19, and the next game is against West Virginia on Saturday on the road. Yeah, I don't think they should have lost to UCF at the crib last night. Darius Acup-Dream drops 49 points in overtime, and he lost, might I add. But man, he's looking like the best guard in his class. Definitely has been one of the better guards that Coach Cal has had in recent memories. 49 points. That's ill. That's ill. I wouldn't go as far as to say some people are trying to say he's the best guard Cal has had since John Wall or Derrick Rose. Let's take a step back here. But hey, the kid is good. The kid is good. The kid is good. So outside of that, switching over to women's basketball for a sec, it has been announced that Juju Watkins will be making a return next season. As many of y'all know, Juju Watkins suffered an ACL injury in March Madness last year. Just a blow to the hoops community, man. A lot of people supported Juju Watkins or support Juju Watkins. Um, Everybody knew she's next up as far as like sensations go, being player of the year, her freshman year, and seeing her suffer the ACL injury was heartbreaking. So glad that she's on a good timetable to return and see her play next season next to Jazzy Davison. Man, oh man. All right, switching over to NBA, what I really came to talk about. It's a lot going on with these MVP conversations, or just in general. There's not like a one for sure team or one for sure player that's leading the charge this year. I mean, you got the Thunder, who are the reigning champs, who a lot of teams got their eye on or got the biggest target on their back, should I say. Then you got the Detroit Pistons, who coming into the season, if you would have told me the Detroit Pistons has the best record in the league, I wouldn't be that surprised. But at the same time, it's like, whoa. I didn't think they would have the best record in the East, let alone the best record in the league. I mean, you got New York, who they're the NBA Cup champions this year, reloaded, brought back a lot of their squad, brought in a new coach in Mike Brown. You would have thought coming into the season, I mean, I'm pretty sure me and Reek had them topping the East or coming out of the East, right? You got the Bucks, who just no one ever count Giannis out. But I mean, they've had their struggles, obviously. You got the Celtics, who've remained relevant, remain one of the top teams out East without Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown carrying the charge. What other teams you got? The Spurs, who the Pistons are playing now. Or hold on. Did I say that correctly? No, they're playing the Thunder now. Spurs playing the Raptors. Hey, you see it. You see it. See the fit. What's up, Reed? Um, my fault. Pistons are playing the Thunder, not the Spurs. But it's still an important game for both teams at the moment. So yeah, last week before K dropped 42 in MSG, GQ interview came out to where K basically called out Shea Gilgeous and was like, man, I don't think I got a fair whistle. Um, I feel like if I had the whistle other players had, or other players that people are putting ahead of me have, then the conversation will be different. And I mean, hey, Cade, Cade is a guy that has a tenacious motor. All right. He's a guy who's made his team better year after year when he's been healthy. Which I mean, I don't even think health has been a bad or been an issue. I think I saw he only played in his sophomore season. He only played 12 games, but in the rest of his seasons, he's been available, right? And this Detroit Pistons team has been really growing and developing with each other. I know they just traded Jaden Ivey recently, but outside of the core of Cade Duran, um, they got Tobias Harris there, and a couple others who have been important. Um, this team has what it takes. This team has what it takes. Cade dropped a loud 40 in MSG though. Man, that game was man, woo, boy. As y'all know, those that know me know what I like to say. Everybody be hooping in MSG besides Knicks. I haven't said it in a while because Knicks been hooping, but stars come through that building. They come to the Mecca. They gotta show out. And I believe last week that was Cade's coming out party. Now the real ball knowers knew Cade had it in him this whole time, but he on that world stage on the Amazon Prime time game and dropped 42 on the NBA Cup champs in their crib. Man. And that's right after he called out the reigning MVP. Can't tell that man nothing right now, yo. But also talking about OKC. OKC has remained good during this time without Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They had a very good win against the Cleveland Cavaliers, another team that is one of the top dogs out east. Another test for them. They just got James Harden. Um, OKC dominated that game very early, right? I mean, out the rip. Chet Holmgren had a masterclass game. Bless you. Had a masterclass game that game. Um, and Anthony Edwards dropped 40 the day after the Knicks and Pistons game. It's a lot of good basketball going on right now, man. Um, that leads us to our next topic, and that's the MVP discussion, right? So the main, at least with this week, I've seen the MVP ladder. It's still Shea at the 1, Jokic at the 2, got Cade at 3 now, right? Um, a lot of what's been talked about with the MVP discussion has been the 65 game rule. And then let me do some research, right? It's like, all right, yeah, 65 game rule might be taken away, um, or might make certain players ineligible to be the MVP or discredit. No, I don't say discredit, but taking away from the MVP like seasons, disqualifying them from winning an MVP. So I did the research, and there's only been a few instances where there's been an MVP that didn't play 65 games. You have Giannis play 63 games. Got LeBron play 62 games, but see that was a lockout season, or no? I thought the lockout season was 50 games. Maybe they're counting playoffs with that, but he played 62 games. And then the mailman out there in Utah, We don't like to give his name power, but he played 49 games, but I would think that was in 99. That was a short season. Everybody else has played anywhere between like 70 to 80 games most times when I looked this up on Basketball Reference earlier. So that being said, I know Jokic is a couple games away from not being eligible for many season awards. No, Shea's a few games from not being eligible from season awards. No, Luca is 2 games from not being eligible from season awards. Um, I don't think the 65 game is strict. I would say maybe towards the major awards, but maybe towards all NBA, I would say maybe 60 games. Because I mean, I feel like as time goes by, right? And I feel like every year it's always a discussion of, oh, 82 games is too much, 82 games is too much, 82 games is too much. Why are we trying to change something that has always worked? Or blame it on the schedule, blame it on the back to backs. I get it. But at the same time, you're an NBA player. Durability, availability, it's the best ability, right, for your team. Not everybody can be Mikal Bridges though. Not everybody can be Westbrook before the injury. That's why I would think in this day and age, an 82 game season wouldn't be as bad and as taxing on the human body because the advancements we have in medical technology, right? Like you think they had they say LeBron spends $1 million on his body, million plus on his body a year. He's played 23 seasons, right? Some people really got to some people take care of their body better than others, for one. Some people are lucky than others, for two. Um, and you got instances where like Tyrese Halliburton, who tore his Achilles after playing on the calf strain, same thing KD did. And it's like, all right, maybe they are playing too much games. I don't think that's too much games. 82 games has always been the standard. I don't think they should change it. I think they should maybe do a better job of scheduling it, but it's not too much games. Um, and I think we should look at the product for what it is and not what it needs to be or what it can be, right? But I just discredit the project. I mean the product, in my opinion. So I think 65 games is a good rule. I don't think I would think that covers what 65 out of 82. I've done this math before. I want to say that covers around like where's the 80% of the season? 65 by 82. Yeah, 80% of the season. It's a season award, not a partial season award. I mean, you got the best 7 games ever, 7 game stretch ever. But if you miss the other 75, this is a funny clip. I'm already knowing. 82 minus 7, 75. Yes. Miss the other 75 games. It's none. So, um, Adam Silver wants to get rid of tanking and change the draft to making making draft prospects free agents. I just don't think we can get rid of tanking. Bad teams are gonna be bad teams. See how this Brooklyn Nets had on? They won 15 games this year because they're not a good team. So the only way for them to get better is being in the draft position to get better, right? You got the Utah Jazz, another bad team. Only way for them to get better to get access to the best prospects coming in. Some of these teams don't have the some of these teams don't have the market, the capital, or whatever resources that LA might have, New York might have, Miami might have, Houston might have, Chicago might have, um, Golden State might have, to just automatically make their team better or to remain a good team. I think in order for the team, in order for the league to be more competitive, gotta level the playing field a little bit, right? Not gift a team that traded away their franchise player the number one pick to get another franchise player. Like what? It's not it. But I will say though, however Adam Silver feels the league needs to be fixed once again, I'm sure it'll be with good reason. Because people are very critical about Adam Silver. I don't think he has that many misses. To be to be truthful. To be truthful. The play-in tournament has been good. In-season tournament has been good. All-Star tournament was fire. It's just a matter of these teams wanting to be better, and these teams making the steps to being better instead of being like the Sacramento Kings, who just get rid of everything good that's came their way. But shout out to them because the beam was lit recently for the first time, 30 plus days. But see, that's it. It's just teams in certain markets. Like, if you want your product to be good, I would think in a dream world, right? The way NBA is the most competitive. Every team should win at least 20 games. Me and tell me you're a professional basketball team playing an 82 game season, you can't win 20 games. Some teams are really just that bad. Or shout out to the Charlotte Hornets. They've kind of trusted their own process. They've kept their draft picks. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, um, that power forward from Michigan State. um Con Knipple, which I saw a tweet, which I don't know if this is true or not, but they said that they use AI to let them know that Con Knipple was the guy that they needed to draft. Sir, scouting report. Scout team for the Charlotte Hornets. You mean to tell me y'all had to use AI to draft a player who played his college ball not that far away from your home arena? He played in Cameron. You guys are in Charlotte. It's a weekend road trip, if anything. Y'all should have somebody just there in Cameron, just watching all things Duke. Y'all needed AI to tell y'all that Colin Knipple was nice enough to draft? What? In a day and age where the eye test is frowned upon and robots are applauded, this is bad for the game. Outside of that, though, this is a short episode. Yes, short episode. Thank y'all for tuning in once again to Bryce's Nicest weekly little ramble about what's nice and what's not in this lovely game of basketball. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on Multiplicity Media. If you're listening on Spotify and hopefully Apple Podcasts by now, be sure to leave a 5-star rating. And let me know what y'all want to see from me, man. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about. I'll open the forum up. Y'all can send questions. I'll answer them. And yeah, till next week, man. Stand for something, fall for anything.